Flat iron curls have a tendency to look very outdated. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. Don't come after me in the comments. There's just something about how ringlety and tight they get that just does not feel modern to me, and that's why I hardly ever use this tool to curl my hair or even to curl my clients' hair. Guys, I've been working so hard to figure out a way to curl hair with this hot tool and have it still look modern and soft, because we all have a straightener. It'd just be so much easier, right? It would just be so much easier if we could have like the beachy soft hair of our dreams with a tool that we already have in our bathroom that's likely already plugged in. Well, I'm happy to say, drum roll please, that I finally cracked the code, and I'm really excited to share it with you today. Let's go. The first step is to figure out where you want to part your hair. Your part changes a lot about how you look. I actually did a whole video about that. I'm gonna leave it in the pinned comments for you guys. So I usually part, honestly, I usually part in the middle. Sometimes I'll go on the side if I want a little bit more volume to my face, but why don't we keep it in the middle so that you guys can see how it looks with just a nice natural middle part. This is where my hair naturally parts. Now, if you part in the side, you're gonna do this exact same technique, but with the side part. Okay, what I like to do is I always like to start from the bottom and work my way up the head. Okay, so when I'm working on this section here, what I wanna do is create a little rocking effect so that I have texture in my hair, but obviously I can't curl this because it's way too short. It would look ridiculous. It would be hard to do and it would look ridiculous. So the way that I like my hair to look when it's waved in a bob shape is when the ends are kind of actually sticking out a little bit. So I always like to think about how much length I have and how many rocks it will take for me to end the rock in a sticking out position. Okay, this is gonna make more sense in a second. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my flat iron, I'm gonna put my hair in it, I'm gonna go up, and then I'm going to tilt in. Do you see that? And that's straightened out the edge, so it's not tucked in anymore. This will make more sense later because when the hair is finished, you'll see why you want this base to either be straight or a little tiny bit beveled out. Beveling it in is gonna not make it look as modern as we want it to look. Out and in, okay? So we're doing up and down. As the hair gets longer, we'll be doing more rocks. Okay, so then I just take my finger and I slice up. Now, as you can see, the hair is starting to get quite a bit longer as we move away from the nape. So this section, we're still going to do our rocking motions. Let me think. Up, down, up is going to tuck it in. So we don't want to do that. We want to do the opposite this time. So we want to go down, up, down. See how I'm ending with this sticking out and not beveling in. Let me know in the comments if that actually makes sense. Sometimes I'm talking and I'm like, does anyone know what I'm saying? Or is it just like all in my head? Okay, now when it comes to the back, I don't use a double mirror. I don't do any of that. I just feel around for what's straight. And then I grab that and I bring it forward, look in the mirror, down, up, down, ending with a little bevel. And again, as soon as you feel around, you'll immediately feel what you haven't done yet. Now, do you see how I automatically am getting kind of this squared line? That's because my ends are straight or slightly beveled out. That's actually really good. It will create that really modern shape that we want. Okay, I can't stress that enough. If you tilt the ends in, it really will give you a completely different look. As soon as we get to the temple, like in this zone, you can start using this in a different way to create a wave instead of just the texture. Now, the key to this is with your sectioning. You don't want your sectioning to be wide. You want your sectioning to be narrow, like this, but long, like this. So you want it to be vertically long, but horizontally narrow, and that's going to fit perfectly into the flat iron. So what you wanna do is you wanna put your hair in there. You're gonna do one twist and pull, and then you're going to release it, okay? You're gonna see why I do this in a second. And then you're gonna take that curl that's unfinished right there. You're gonna put your flat iron there, and you're gonna finish it off. Now, this technique of curling once, pulling out, finishing the end is going to create a really long coil instead of a ringlet curl. So most people, they'll stick their flat iron in and they will do it one time like this, and then they will bring it all the way through. And what you end up with when you do that is this really bouncy curl. Do you see that? So this bounce, it's not that it looks bad, but it looks very different than this curl. This curl looks long and straighter. This curl is more high and tight. And the end result of curling like this versus this is huge. It's a huge, huge difference when you do it this way, where you split the curl into two different sections. So again, long skinny section, see that? Now we're gonna put our flat iron in. We're gonna rotate once. We're gonna pull it out, okay? We're gonna go to that curl and we're gonna finish it off. When I get to the back, I like to imagine that there's a line in the very back of my head. Everything from this side of the line gets curled away from the face. Everything from this side of the line gets curled away from the face, so they meet in the middle. One turn, down, move your arm out. See, the curl's ending here. So you're just going to finish it off. Now, one thing that I have to tell you guys, that I tell you a lot in these videos, is that hair is very malleable when it is hot, okay? So it definitely wants to do what you want it to do when it's hot. It will drop quickly, but it will also lift quickly. It will curl, it will straighten, it will do all of the things. But when it is cooled down, the bonds are formed and then it doesn't do all of the things. So because we're creating a really soft wave, we don't want to pull on these right away. If we pull on these right away when they're hot, they're going to soften and then they'll drop. And then you might end up with hair that doesn't last for the whole day. So you want to create these little coils and then you want to like just wait a bit. You just want to chill out, do something else, let the hair cool down completely, and then you can run a wide tooth comb through it and soften everything out beautifully. Now again, bring the back to the front. And if you find that the back is just too difficult to do that technique with, it's okay, just turn it once and let it be. I mean, you don't really need that much detailing in the back, especially in the bottom of the back. It's all gonna be okay in the end. You need a lot more precision and detailing in the front, right? And in the top layers. All right, let's release a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna show you here, okay? So we're gonna do one twist, pull through, take it out. Look, we got that perfect first ringlet, and then we pull through and finish off that curl. Do you see that? Isn't that great? You literally get the perfect long coil. Now, the face is pretty important, right? That's the most important part. So I like to kind of straighten out this very top section so it doesn't look outdated or like it's starting too high. We want it just super, super modern. So I'm gonna start it over here. I'm not gonna start it right at the root. Depending on how long your hair is, you might not even have to do it twice here. There's a lot of people, most people that have a little face framing here. I used to have face framing, it just grew out. But when I had face framing, I only had to twist my hand once and it was good. But now that my hair is the same length as the rest of it at the front, I do have to do those two curls to get that same type of soft shape again. You know, since we're curling and I want you guys to see everything that I'm doing, because I find sometimes these tutorials are not helpful when you can't see certain sections of the hair, right? Because you're like, I can't get my hand to do that in that section. What did she do? And then it's all fast forwarded and it's not even there. So I've been trying to make these tutorials more detailed so that it can really help you, you know? You can watch it and do it with me at the same time, and then we can, you know, hang out. So while I'm doing this, let me know firstly if you have any questions in the comments, but also I want to tell you guys something. If you haven't been here, you haven't watched a few of my recent videos or my live streams, I have announced something that I am so excited about, and I think you guys will be excited about it too, and I want your feedback on it, okay? I need your help as my audience army, as my glam fam. I really need your help. So in April, I'm going to something called a creator house. I feel like I'm like in Big Brother. Okay, I'm going to this creator house in the States. I'm Canadian, if you didn't know, I am Canadian. And I'm gonna meet up with all these other beauty creators, some of the biggest beauty creators in this space, and we are gonna hang out for 4 days and create content together and talk about being creators and talk about this business and everything else. And I am so excited, but also really, really terrified because honestly, I'm such an introvert. Like I just film here in my studio and I'm always alone and I interact with you guys online and it's like the dream job for me. I am honestly feeling a little intimidated to say the least, but I bet you want to know who's in the creator house, right? I bet you want to know. Okay, so it is Lisa J. Lisa J is the CEO and also the creator of BK Beauty. BK Beauty is my favorite brush line ever. Angie, Hot and Flashy, is also gonna be there, which is so exciting. I'm also such a huge fan of her. I've known about her forever. I've watched so many of her videos. I know that you guys, my audience really loves her. I can tell in my analytics that you watch both of us. Marlena Stell is also gonna be there. Marlena is an OG beauty influencer. She started on the platform when it was just getting started, when influencing wasn't even like an actual thing. You know, being a content creator wasn't really like a job like it is now. Marlena was on the scene. She knows all of the biggest creators. She has created a multi-million-dollar makeup brand called Makeup Geek. She's working on new stuff now. Like, she's phenomenal. We're gonna film something really fun for you guys. Justin Hickox is gonna be there. You guys love Justin Hickox. He's also an incredible hairstylist. Allie Glines is gonna be there. Allie, again, huge on this platform, very loved, has some awesome videos. Penn Smith Skincare is gonna be there. You guys know how much I love Penny. We've done live streams together. Her and I are actually really good friends. And so I'm so happy she's gonna be there. I just can't wait to give her like a big hug in person. Deanna Hickox is gonna be there, Justin's wife, who's featured in a lot of his videos. So you guys know Deanna, she's got like the best, cutest personality ever. And then, of course, I know that you know, I'm sure that you're gonna know, Nikki LaRose is there. Oh my gosh, Nikki is so loved. Nikki is so loved on the internet. She's probably one of the most popular people on the internet right now, I would say. She came on my live stream. We had a huge turnout. She is just a phenomenal celebrity makeup artist, a phenomenal human too, a very, very nice, kind person with insane skills. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. So this is what I need from you. I need you guys to tell me what kind of content you wanna see, because I'm gonna be collaborating with every single one of them. So if you guys have any ideas for me, I would really appreciate it. I would really love it if you gave me some suggestions on things you want to see. All right, so my curls have cooled long enough. So now what I like to do is I like to take a wide tooth comb. You can buy this at Sally's. You can buy this, I mean, at the drugstore even. Super simple. Just take your wide tooth comb and brush it through. Okay, now finishing products. What can we do to finish this? I show this so much. I feel like I'm the boringest content creator ever because I don't like having excessive amounts of things when I like the things that I like. So I'm just gonna show you what I always show you. This is Sexy Hair Texture High Tide Spray. You can also get this as Surfer Girl, okay? Surfer Girl is much stronger. My hair looks so thick, doesn't it? Because I have quite a few strands, but it is actually fine. When I use Surfer Girl, sometimes it's too much for me and then it doesn't sleep well and then I have to like redo the whole thing the next day. I don't want to do that. I just want like really soft hair that has a bit of texture but isn't going to be like obnoxiously hard or too gritty. The areas that I like more grit is here in the front. So I'll often spray that. See how it's given like more separation to the rest of the hair? And that's because I am spraying it very intentionally on that exact area. And then I also like the bottom to have a little bit more texture just to widen it out here. So then I will spray it right on the bottom sections. So pretty, so quick. It gives you that perfect amount of soft wave that we really want with this length. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. It really means the world to me to have you here as my glam fam. This video's over.